What's going on, everybody? It's the Creative Fro, checking back in for another episode of Fireside Tech. I hope you enjoyed your week and are ready to learn something new, because today we're going to be taking you behind the scenes so you can see how to engage on Instagram yourself. Now, this past Wednesday we released a video giving out the 5 tips that you can use to help grow your Instagram. So today I thought I'd go behind the scenes and put those tips into action so you can see how to do it for yourself. Before I dive into today's tutorial, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button if you have yet to already, and also turn that notification bell on just for fun. So last week we were talking about not using bots because Instagram can shadow ban your account, or even worse, you can get a permanent ban. So now everybody knows that you don't use bots, you're gonna have to come up with the creative energy yourself. Now, for me personally, a coffee usually helps, but whatever caffeine fix you need, get that ready because it's time to get behind the phone and get working. Now our phone is open and we have a motivated mind to go in and start some engagement and working on growing this Instagram. Now the first thing to keep in mind is being strategic with your hashtags. So when you're hashtagging a photo or a video, you're gonna wanna keep a few things in mind. So the first thing being is the popularity of the hashtag. So let's jump into Instagram and show you how you can look at the popularity of hashtags before you add them to your photo or video. All right, so now we just hit the search button at the bottom left. We go into search and then just hit the tags on the right. So this is gonna happen before you end up posting the photo or video, so you already know what the content's gonna be. Now, we have to find hashtags that will fit that content. So that's something you wanna keep in mind when you're looking for hashtags. Make sure it's relevant to the actual piece of content. So let's say today I was gonna take a picture of my coffee I just had. I can go in and look through some popular coffee hashtags. So what I'm gonna do is type in coffee first. And as you can see at the top, coffee is showing up at one of the most popular hashtags with 96.6 million posts. So that's a lot of posts. You might want to choose this hashtag to use for a post, but it could also not do so well because there's a lot of posts going into that hashtag. So you might get overlooked, but it would be a good idea to mix in that with some other hashtags. You also want to choose some that are a little bit lower. So I scroll down and I can see right here, it's saying coffee bar. So that only has 478,000 posts. So now if you post into that one, the chances of your photo of coffee being seen is a lot better because there's less people searching up that hashtag. So it's up to you to choose which hashtags are doing the best. The way we go about choosing hashtags at Visual After Visual is we'll mix in a bunch of different hashtags that have a certain amount of hits. So we'll choose some in the millions, some in the half millions, and others that are even lower at 10K possibly. And this is good for a variety of reasons. You'll be showing up on posts that are highly searched and at the lower end of the totem pole too as well. It gives you a larger space of places to be found. There are a lot of articles and posts out there that say anywhere from 5 to 30 hashtags is a good bet. Here at Visual After Visual, we are testing with lower amounts of hashtags. We're going with 5 per post. Now with this, we're being more specific with the hashtags to fit the content because we used to use 30 hashtags in a post. And I read in an article that 30 hashtags on a post, it makes it hard for the Instagram algorithm to place where this photo should be put for the most engagement. So using a lower amount of hashtags should help drive that specific piece of content because there are only 5 super related hashtags to it. Now that's up for you to decide, but at least make sure you have 5 and no more than 30. Moving on to the next tip that can help you grow your Instagram. We were just talking a couple days ago about scheduling posts. Now, I have the desktop set up in the room, so I'll take you in there and I can show you how to schedule posts to the best time that your audience is active. So let's jump behind the computer and show you how that's done. So now, to get a look at when the best time to post is, all you have to do is go to your home page and click on the insights. And then from here, we're gonna go over to audience. And taking a look at the audience, you want to scroll down all the way till it says followers at the bottom. Okay, so now here you're going to see the best time to post. And since today is a Thursday, I'm going to be looking at Thursday's times. And it seems to be at 12 p.m. that the most people are active. So I want to keep in mind that 12 p.m. is a good time to have my post up by. So now looking at my scheduler here, so now looking at the month, what I can do here is go into Thursday and make sure the time is for 12. Since today is 12 and it's already passed, it did go up at that time, so we are set to go. But for tomorrow, so going back into our analytics, we can look at Friday and see that our best time is around 3 p.m. So I can just change this right now to 3 p.m. Don't forget to use that tip. It's really good to use. You can see all throughout the week of what days your following is most active. So let's jump back in front of that fire and get through the rest of these tips. Now I'll show you a couple different ways you can go about adding calls to action on posts. Let's just say, for example, this was a product shot I took a couple days ago, but we were gonna post this as an Instagram post. Now, I can write the caption what to whatever I want it to be. And then at the end, I'm gonna ask a question. So what do you guys think of this photo? Or I could more relate it to the product that it is and ask people if they'd be interested in this product. Now it is up to you to decide what call to action you want to use, but this is a great way to spark engagement because now you have asked people the question and you've opened up the floor for engagement. So this should help bring more engagement to this post. And we've noticed that using calls to action have really helped the engagement because you get those few extra comments that you wouldn't normally get if you didn't leave a call to action at the end of the post. Now the last tip we had for everybody was to be more active on Instagram stories. Now, this isn't always the easiest thing to do, and you might be wondering what I should even post on Instagram stories. Just think of it as a behind the scenes to your business or to whatever it is that you do. Or you can just show little bits of your daily life, maybe traveling on the road to locations that you're gonna be working at, or just kind of showing what you're doing at the time. Now, what I did here earlier is I got a time lapse on my phone while I was getting set up for Fireside Tech. So what I could do is go into the story and choose this little time lapse here that I've created. I kind of cut my head off, but that's okay. Just to show a little bit of behind the scenes. So now on here, I can type in behind the scenes of Fireside Tech. I'll pull this to the bottom right. You can make it smaller. And you have these nice little blue guidelines here, which tell you where your edges are so you can make sure everything is aligned properly. This is the awesome part. I just click the stickers tab here, and this is where you get all these extra things. You can see location, mentions, hashtags, you can search GIFs, you can put the time, make a poll. What I do normally is I can add the location, and that can help drive more attention. Say we're in Hamilton, I can add the Hamilton tag onto the stories, and then that way we're getting Hamilton viewers into our area. And also another thing I like to use is the hashtags, and this is a really awesome spot. Say, since I'm putting this video on YouTube, I would just hashtag YouTube. You can tap it to change the color too as well, so that's great. So I like to keep it the gray and white, and I'll just move it to the top right. And now a whole bunch of people that are searching up the YouTube hashtag are gonna see our story posted up in there. And those YouTubers could possibly click on our profile to see what we're doing further. This is great to use in any industry because there is always specific hashtags to certain industries like real estate, you have accountants, or say you're a lawyer, you can always hashtag those specific things. And that's pretty much how you go about using Instagram stories. It's not too hard. It takes a little bit getting used to sometimes, especially if you're not used to posting on the stories, but this is a great way to help bring that extra attention to your page. So that's how you put the 5 tips into use. I hope everybody enjoyed today's video and can understand how to get more engagement on Instagram themselves. Please like this video if you did, comment down below if there's anything you want to see for Fireside Tech, and share this video if you think it could help somebody. I hope you enjoy your upcoming week and crush it. I can't wait to see you next Sunday in front of this fire again. It's a Creative Fro, and I'm out.